Sanabil. Sab'a Sanabil. Is that the regular plural or the super plural? I don't remember, you have to tell me. That's a super plural, okay. When you turn to Surah Yusuf, it's the only other time the plural is used. Allah S.W.T says, وَقَالَ الْمَلِكْ إِنِّي أَرَى سَبْعَ بَقَرَاتٍ سِمَانٍ يَأْكُلُهُنَّ سَبْعٌ عِجَافٌ وَسَبْعَ سُنْبُلَاتٍ سُنْبُلَاتٍ. What was that? Was that the regular? Was that the singular, the plural, or the super plural? What was that? So the weak plural is used in Surah Yusuf. And the strong plural is used in Surah Al-Baqarah. And you know what's crazier? What's crazier is in Baqarah, Allah is talking about 7 of them. Sab'a Sanabil. Sab'a Sanabil, 7 of them. And in Surah Yusuf, Allah is also talking about 7 of them. Sab'a Sumbulatin Khudr. 7 of them both times. So the number is equal. This is 7 and that is 7. Then how come one is more powerful and one is weaker? You would say if one is 75 and the other is 7, okay, I understand this one's more powerful and this one is weaker. But mathematically speaking, both of them in number are what? They're the same. Now in English translation, it says 7 ears of grain in Surah Al-Baqarah. And in the English translation, when you go to Surah Yusuf, what does it say? 7 ears of grain. The translation is identical. There is no difference in translation. But Allah chose to use the powerful plural in Baqarah and the weaker plural in Surah Yusuf. How come? How come? When you look at Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah says those who spend, the example of those who spend for the sake of Allah, in the path of Allah, is like a single seed. And every seed gives birth to 7 ears of grain. And inside every grain, فِي كُلِّ سُنْبُلَةٍ مِئَةُ حَبَّةٍ. Inside every grain there are inside every ear there are 100 seeds. وَاللَّهُ يُضَاعِفُ لِمَنْ يَشَاءُ. And Allah multiplies on top of that for whoever He wants. The context of the ayah is you will take 1, you will turn it into 7, every 7 will give you another 100 each, and on top of the math that you can do for each of those, 7 times 100, times 7, times 100, for each of those, and you keep going like that. On top of the math you can do, Allah has His own calculations. وَاللَّهُ يُضَاعِفُ لِمَنْ يَشَاءُ. Allah multiplies in His own way, above and beyond that, for whoever He wants, meaning this calculation is beyond human capability. Is this a context of weakness or power? Is this a context of less or more? So the powerful plural is used. When you turn to Surah Yusuf, the king sees a dream. You remember the dream? Fat cows, skinny cows, 7 ears of corn. And the dream is interpreted. And what does the dream mean? You will have 7 good years and then you will have 7 bad years. Is the 7 good years going to give you unlimited resources or limited resources? Limited resources, and you have to use them carefully and you have to store them because you will need them for the next 7 years. So you cannot be careless with the 7 years of grain example. It's going to be less. It's not going to be too much. So you have to ration. Is this a context of more powerful or weaker? Weaker. In the weaker context, Allah used sumbulat. In the more powerful context, Allah used sanabil. It's the same word. It's the same number. Surah Yusuf is a Makki surah. Surah Al-Baqarah is a Madani surah. So the ayat are years apart on the tongue of the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Years apart. When he recited Sab'a Sumbulat in Surah Yusuf, it was years ago. And when he recited Sab'a Sanabil in Baqarah, it was years later. Can you imagine that he will think to himself, years ago I said Sab'a Sumbulat. Maybe I should say Sab'a Sanabil here, it fits better. Is that capable? Are we capable of doing that as human beings? SubhanAllah. Just the way Allah describes a single word. A single word.